Good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee. Today, I want to talk about this idea of why do we meditate? Why do we pray? It's pretty darn simple. So let me just define one thing. When I'm talking about praying, I'm not talking about asking and beseeching. I'm not talking to going to an outside deity and expecting that outside deity to answer my prayer. For me, prayer is a declaration. It is a statement of what I desire as if it's happening now. I am abundant. I live in and I experience infinite abundance, and I'm financially free to do what I want, when I want, how I want. Do you see how I'm making a declaration? Well, what is that declaration that I'm making? It's words, yes. It's feelings, yes. But basically, it's a frequency, isn't it? And when we understand that all we are is energy, and the thing that controls our experience is the frequency that we're tuned into, we start to get it. So the reason we meditate, the reason we pray, the reason we affirm is to take back our power by changing our frequency. And when we change the frequency, we change our energy. When we change our energy, we change our experience. The frequency of the energy that we create for ourselves is the magnet that attracts to us or repels from us. It's a simple concept. It's a real simple concept. It's not easy to do because here's what comes in. Here's what sort of plays with us and makes us not able to follow through. Number one, we have developed habits of thinking, habits of reacting, habits of feeling. And whether we want to admit it or not, those habits control us. Yeah, they do. And so in order to break those habits, that's the work. You see, the habits of thinking that we have create a frequency. I love how in my years of counseling now, people will come to me. They just get out of a relationship, and within weeks they meet someone else. I'm in love. I found my soulmate. And I gently and lovingly ask the question, have you spent enough time changing your frequency? Because if you haven't, you're just going to attract the same person in a different body. And you know what? It seems to always play out that the people who think they've changed and have not done any time involved from one relationship. Well, I changed when I was ending this relationship. No, you didn't. You didn't become the person. And that will be reflected in your next relationship. This is any aspect of life. This could be how do you want to change your life, change your relationship with your life partner? Change you. Change your frequency. Don't worry about their frequency. Change your frequency. They will either vibrate and match up to you or they'll fall away. It's not right or wrong. But you see, meditation, what meditation does, it slows down your thinking. You actually try to bring yourself to one focus, hopefully just a focus on the breath, focus on a mantra, focus on an affirmation. And when you slow that down, you stop that wheel, that automatic thinking, that habit of thinking. And then when you're done, make some declarations about who do you desire to be now? And make sure you've got feeling behind it, because it's the feeling behind it that gives it its juice. If you're saying an affirmation, a mantra, whatever it is, and you've got no feeling behind it, it's got no power. You've got to align. You've got to bring your thoughts, your actions, your words, and your feelings into a coherent pattern. And when they line up and they're coherent, you will become an incredible demonstrating expression of life. You will be able to shift your frequency. You will understand that to shift your frequency is to bring coherence. a path, a vibration, thoughts, words, actions, and feelings. And then when you get that path, you hold that path, you keep that frequency. You don't tune it there and then tune it off, tune it there, turn it off. No, you hold it. Because if you don't hold it there, it's really not a belief, is it? You really haven't changed your thought atmosphere. You just have an understanding of a concept, but you have not embodied the new you. You've not embodied the new way of being in the world. You know, Corey writes down, change your thinking, change your life. Yes. But don't forget, it's not just your thoughts. You got to change the way you feel with those thoughts. You got to change the way you feel when you take those actions. You got to change the way you feel when you speak your words. Feelings behind each of those solidifies to the internal infinite mind within you. This is what you believe. And then the saying, it is done unto you believe, makes it so. It's good stuff, folks. It's really good stuff. And here's the key thing. A lot of people say, well, I'm going to make this happen right away. I'm going to develop a really deep meditation practice. It takes time. Some days, I've been meditating since 1997. Some days, I have great meditations. Some days, man, that ego just will not let me be. Will not let me be. And I keep coming back. One focus, one focus, one focus. Most of the time, it's the breath. It's the breath. Just focus on breathing. Just focus on breathing. I'm changing my vibration. I do that because I've decided I, Lee, the infinite soul Lee, is reclaiming his power over his body and his mind to become a conscious creator. I don't want to ever be a victim. Victims are not conscious creators. Victims are people who let what happens to them control their life instead of them looking at what happens and controlling their response to it. It's a fascinating world, and the power, my friends, is in you. If you really want to get a good look at that, buy my book, The Power Within You. You can get it on Amazon. I promise you, it's a good read. And if you don't like to read, I got it in an Audible too. You can listen. And I recorded it myself. So with that, my friends, it's a great day to be alive. I want you to be able to go through this day and say, I love my life. If you don't love your life, change your life because the power is in you. Make it a great day. Aloha.